Hello and welcome to my Monday night live stream. I hope everything works as it should, and I think so. Tonight we are gonna take a look at Descript and the very easy function of how you can create short vertical video from your long form content. Before we look at that, let me just tell you that the music I had on here in the beginning comes from creatormix.com, a great resource for using free music for all your social media, YouTube videos from Dee and Nick Nimmin. So, with that said, I have done several videos about Descript, older ones, and I have recently started to do new videos where I go through their new AI assistant, Underlord, which has made a big difference to what you can do. It has been a couple of weeks since I had live stream last because I have been really having a bad cold and my voice is still a little iffy. So we will probably keep this a little shorter than my usual live streams. But before we go into the actual technique of creating short form content, let's take a look at what you have to pay for Descript. As you can see, I have it on monthly here. They have Creator, $15 a month, Pro for 30, and Business for 50. They have a free, and then if you're a company, you have the enterprise. And the difference between the different, for free, you get 1 hour of transcript per month, Creator gets 10 hours, and Pro gets 30 hours, Business gets 40. Another difference, if we scroll down here, is how to use the basic AI suite Underlord, the AI assistant, which I am focusing most of my videos on right now. So we have Studio Sound. In the free version, you can use that for up to a 10-minute file. In Creator, you can use this up to 60-minute file. I think those both are per month. And for the Pro, unlimited. The green screen function is the same, 10, 60, and unlimited. The filler word removal, you have and in the free and Creator, and in the Pro version, you have 16 other filler and repeated words. When it comes to the advanced functions like eye contact, you don't have that at all in the free, up to 60 minutes in the Creator, and unlimited in the Pro. Translation of captions, you can only get in the Pro. And remote recording, how many shows you can have, differs, integration, and so forth. Export and publish, 1 video per month in the free, unlimited in all the others. And export resolution, 720p in the free and 4K in all the others. So there are some differences, as you can see. Now, let's talk about how we can convert our long form videos to vertical short form. And for this, let's share this again. And let's put myself up in the right-hand corner here. That was not the best corner to put me in, because what we're gonna see at first, let's put me over here. Here I am. Today I am using the web version of Descript. They have the web version and the downloadable. I have lately mostly worked in the web version. So here I am in my projects, and I can go specifically here to my file systems, my Pixelpia channel. And if I have created a long form video outside of Descript, I need to first upload it. So I go to new project, video project. And as you can see here I just click upload file and I upload. To save some time, I have uploaded my long form video I did about creating short form videos here. So with that uploaded and transcribed, it takes a little while depending on your internet connection. We are now gonna look at Underlord's function of creating vertical video. So up to the right hand side here, I click on Underlord, and here we have all the different things we can do. Sound good, look good, repurpose. That is the function I am going to look at today. So we are choosing create clips. Number of clips, I usually create 5. I rarely use more than 1 or maybe 2, but I create 5. I set my timer of the clip to 55 seconds. And then you can browse the templates here. And let's see, captioned clips, audiograms, and you have several other shapes. I like to use the captioned clips. What we see here is with different types of captions. You can always go in and change that later on. So I choose colorful karaoke. That means that the words have a background as they are spoken. So let's choose that. And topic. I usually write create interest for the video and click submit. Now Underlord is working. Sometimes it's really quick, sometimes it takes a little longer, but we just have to wait until they are done. And here we are, 5 different suggestions. We are not going to do anything here, but if you go up to the top here, creating vertical, I have spelled it wrong, video from long form, and then we have a slash, and we have all the clips here. So let's take a look at the first clip. I click on the down arrow and I choose the first clip. And as you can see here, it created these clips, and all the text it skipped is in gray, and you can see what it kept. And let's play this. Well, that's where I come in. I am Pixel Pia, and I'm all about exploring AI with a human eye. In this series, we will use AI to supercharge your social media without losing that personal touch. Today, okay, here I have the first clip. I will actually cut out all of that part and start instead here. So let's quickly just play that. In this series, we will use, and then I can go through this clip as a regular video. I can go back and use Underlord. Let's go back to my clip where I was and go in and shorten word gaps. For example, I saw there was a couple of word gaps, and here 1 second or more to half a second and shorten all. So now I have a base for this clip. Maybe I want to change my text. So I can just click on that and I can go in and change the color of the highlight behind here. And if you have seen me before, you know I like pink. I can also go in and change font style, type, if I want to use bold italic, for example. I can go in and change size. I can add different effects here. For example, if I want a shadow, I can also go in and under elements, under captions, I can go in and change it all by looking at the presets here. So if I, for example, click that, it will apply that. And then I can just delete this one, but I will delete the one I added. I can also move this if I don't want it up in my face. I can go in and edit the show name or just delete it. So let's look at this now. AI to search your social media without your... Okay, I have to go back here to supercharge your social, because when I cut out this silence here, it changed the supercharge. So now I need to redo what I did. Charge your social media without losing. And I still want this to be a little smaller. And move it down, not all the way to the bottom, because if you're putting it up on social media, there will be other things showing up. I will also delete the show name. All of this can also be edited down here in the timeline. So here we have I have a gradient around the image. You see it's a little darker here in the bottom. I can move that so it's more dark, or I can completely delete it if I want. But I think it actually looks pretty good as it was. We also have the audio, which we can separate, and we have the captions right here. Hide the timeline again and play it. A free option that I believe is good enough for most of us who don't do this for a living. All right, so before we jump into the wild world of AI, let's get clear on what kind of content you actually want to create. That's where content pillars come in. Think of content pillars as the big themes. So this was probably not the best clip to use. Here, let's look at the next clip. Why does this matter? Well, content pillars help you stay focused. It was still about content pillars, so let's look at the next. It's only created 4 clips. So when we come to my next tool, I will use that part to move further with it. Okay, so we got some also. Let's look at the last one they created. But remember, AI is a tool. It helps spark ideas, find your audience, and stay consistent. But ultimately, it's your creativity and understanding of your niche that makes your content truly shine. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and be part of the change. Bye. Okay, we can go back. I really didn't like any of these clips. So let's go back to the original here and go back to Underlord and highlight reels. Or let's try highlight reels. I'm going to use the same template. And Underlord is going through and picking out some of the highlights. So let's see what we create with this. While it is thinking about that, let me show you again one thing I didn't mention. As you can see here, it automatically transformed this to a vertical format. And I can, of course, depending on how my wide video was, I can, oops, I go into layer here, I can move it around. That's the wrong layer. Well, let's go back and see if it has created my highlights yet. Um, It's still thinking here, so while we are waiting for Underlord to think and pick out the best highlights, here you see it has made a full video here, and let's see, we go to the end. Let's show timeline and see. This is 3 minutes and 17 seconds. So this is not a short in a traditional meaning, but we could delete that show name and let's play it. Do you ever feel like there are millions of amazing ideas out there, but you're not sure which ones are the right fit for your audience? Or maybe you see all these AI tools popping up and it's a bit overwhelming. I am Pixel Pia and I'm all about exploring AI with a human eye. In this series, we will use AI to supercharge your social media. Let's see how long the first scene here is. If I click scene, it is 18 and a half seconds. And let's say I just wanted that very first scene. Let's play it like again. There are millions of amazing ideas out there, but you're not sure which ones are the right fit for your audience. Or maybe you see all these AI tools popping up and it's a bit overwhelming. I am Pixel. So I can, by going up here to the publish button and say export, I can choose current scene. That would export just that little scene of these highlights. But let's say that I want to look at this scene. Trends are tempting. It's normal to want to jump on what's hot, but chasing every single trend is a recipe for burnout, and it can make your content feel generic. The goal is to find trends that align with your content pillars and what your audience actually cares about. That's how you create truly engaging content. So that was a pretty good 28 seconds. So let's say I want to use scene 1 on the top here and scene 7, which was the last one we looked at. I can go up to scene 1 and scene 1, and then we are gonna highlight all of that. Gonna copy layout and we're gonna go back to our home, create a new project, a video project. And we are gonna go up here and change this to vertical. Click on the scene and paste layout. So here we have it. Now we can go back to the project we were working on. I'm sure there is a faster way to do this, but let's go to 7 now. Copy. And add that to our newest project by adding a scene. That wasn't it. That was it. And adding a scene is very simple. I just click / on my keyboard and paste layout. So now we have, we start at the beginning, we have new. Do you ever feel like there are millions of amazing ideas out there, but you're not sure which ones are the right fit for your audience? Or maybe you see all these AI tools popping up and it's a bit overwhelming. Trends are tempting. It's normal to want to jump on what's hot, but chasing every single trend is a recipe for burnout, and it can make your content feel generic. The goal is to find trends that align with your content pillars and what your audience actually cares about. That's how you create truly engaging content. Okay, that looks like it could be a clip, a vertical video. So all we have to do now is go in and change the things I changed before. Pink. Captions. And do the same here. I'm not sure which one I used. All scenes. So now we should have the same on all scenes. Do you ever feel? Let's move it down a bit. And let's make it a little smaller. 120. On all scenes. A bit overwhelming. Trends are tempting. It's normal. Let's change that again to 125 for all scenes. No, it didn't. So let's go up here. Copy. Go down here. Paste attributes. And now we can. Overwhelming. Trends are tempting. Why didn't that work? Let's change this again. I just backed up. Color is changed. Let's do 120. Oops. What happened there? 120. tempting. It's normal to want. Why doesn't that work for me today? I'm sorry. Let's go back and look at this one. And I wanted number 1. I can just go in and delete these. 2, delete 3, delete 4. Let's go into project here. Project. Easiest way is to just go in and highlight all of that on here. And the last scene as well. Now let's go in and do the changes here. And see. Do you ever feel like there are millions of amazing ideas out there? Overwhelming. Trends are tempting. It's normal. Change that color too. And move it down to, I think it was there. Delete the show name. Let's see if we go from overwhelming. Trends are tempting. It's normal. That looks want to jump. Pretty good, I think. Now I can, of course, go in and add other effects here, like media, Jiffy, a Jiffy sticker, and stuff like that. I am not going to do that today because I am going to do a more deep dive into creating vertical videos, because there was a couple of things that I didn't show you. So let's go back to the original video I had here and take a look at Underlord again and create clips. As you see here, I can redo this and it's and get hopefully the same clips. If not, it looks like we got the same clips. And as you can see, it saved both the first highlight and the second highlight, and it saved all the different clips. I can also go into Underlord and just ask it to find highlights. Let's do 3 and change the color to something mint topic. Highlights the how AI tools can help with creativity. And now what it will do is it won't create the clips themselves, it will create suggestions here. Think of content pillars, navigate the intricate landscape of AI ethics and morals. It's normal to want to jump on what's hot. And as you can see here, it's highlighted in the color I choose. So if I choose that, I can duplicate that here and I right click on this, or I can do it here. Duplicate to new composition. And now if we go up here, did it start with unlocking? No, that wasn't it. I have too many created here. Here we have the clip created from what I just copied, and let's play that. Now you see it is created
on what's hot, but chasing every
in
single
the
trend
horizontal
for
format instead. I can go up here and just change the orientation and choose portrait, and then I can choose to just drag these until it is filling up my scene. Maybe I want room underneath to write my captions. So let's say I wanted something like that. And now I can go in on the right hand side here, add captions in whatever style I want, and it's putting it right under my image here. So, oops.
pillars and what your audience actually.
Or if you wanted it as the original, the landscape, and now we just go down and move it over. Come on. Let's do this instead. Go back to where we were from the beginning. Right click, duplicate to new composition, clips from, and let's add our captions. Maybe I wanted a horizontal video for this to put
It's
up on a
normal to want to
website or
jump
something.
on
It
what's
doesn't
hot
all
and
have to be
chasing
vertical.
every single trend.
So we can, as I said, go directly from our long form here to Underlord's create clips. And that gives us these types of clips that are in vertical right away. We can also go from the long form version we had to create highlight reels, and it creates all of these clips, all of these scenes. How many scenes did it create? 21 scenes in total. And we can, from here, just pick out the scenes we want to work with, and that it is also in a vertical format. Or the last thing we could do was create the highlights in our vertical. And it's, you see the highlights in green here, and I can use them to create a new by right clicking in the highlighted area. I can duplicate to a new composition, and that was the very last thing we did here. Clips from. And we can use it in that format, maybe for a website or something, or I could use all the clips it created in my original video and make a Underlord find highlights. Let's see if it chooses the same highlights. It should. And I can just create a new composition from all of these. So those are the 3 ways we can use a video, long form video, to create reels, highlight reels, and promotional videos. And here you see we have 3 clips, and right from here, copy all to new composition. And here we have all 3 of them. So that could be a short clip, a short video on my channel in this format, or something I publish online in a horizontal long form content. And this is a total of how it's 224. So it's not a really long video, but it's answers the question how AI could help us with creativity. Right now, my voice is really starting to go down. I don't want to risk to lose it again. all of last week, I couldn't even talk. So this will be everything for today. As I said, I will do a more in depth tutorial about how to create all these different social media posts or shorter highlight videos from your long form content. I think one thing that highlights in the vertical format can be good for is if you have done a live stream like I did tonight and maybe a longer one than mine. You can upload that to Descript and have Descript pick out the highlights from a live stream and make a shorter video of that by asking the right question, what you want out of your video. But as I said, before I lose my voice totally, I will make a more in depth video about all these steps. On Thursday, I hope, fingers crossed, I will put up a very interesting video that I'm just about finishing up now. I have a couple of things more I need to do, where I do an experiment with Underlord. I am trying to create a full long form video. Well, in this case, it's about 4 or 5 minutes, but I'm trying to create a long form video from start all the way to uploading it to YouTube, all within Descript, from idea creation to script writing, filming, editing, writing titles, descriptions for YouTube, and finally upload. Everything from scratch, from nothing, from not just having a very vague idea until uploading to YouTube, with one exception, and that is I can't create thumbnail in this. But besides that, I am trying to make a full video all within Descript. And that will be up if nothing bad happens, fingers crossed, on Thursday. So if that interests you, you are welcome back as soon as that video is up. And next week, I hope to have a more detailed video about how to creating vertical video and other promotional video from your long form content using Descript and your AI assistant, Underlord. Until then, bye.